This is a warhead for a hatchet for the Iroquois, no, the Algonquin Indians, which were called Delawares in New Jersey. Now, this was found along a trail on the side of the river in Red Bank called the Shrewsbury River, all the way up into the end. So what happened was the Indians traveled back and forth along this path, and they dropped their clubs or whatever, and they were found by my Uncle Bill. He was born in 1900. He found them and had them for years, and then he decided to make them authentic like the Indians had used them. So he got special wood from the trees and everything, and leather, harnessed and tied all of them together, and he had them in a pack of the heads are on the floor and the handles are up here, and people, all those years, people put them in a corner here and a corner there. So now, this is a pretty good sized hatchet, and the thing, a war club actually is what it is. And the thing would be that you would have this for your personal protection if you were an Indian, and if the enemy got up close. You couldn't shoot somebody with a bow if they were 6 feet away. And he found them, and he found, now, one of them, I don't know which one, was found when they dug the basement and they built the house next to my mother's. So, but I don't know. The rest of them were found on that trail. And the trail went from Red Bank all the way down to Red Bank, and it went along the river, and it disappeared in our view up where the parkway was. But I saw the trail when I was a little kid. My father took me down, and the trail was still there where I saw it, because people were always trapping muskrats up in there, and they kept walking on the trail and kept it alive a little bit. But right now, I'm sure it's over.
So,
can you stop for a minute and start back up?
no, let's just keep going, because I wanted to know, why does the rock look somewhat indented in the middle there?
Okay, because the stick had to be a fork in the tree. So you did it like, there you go, and then you tied it around. As a matter of fact, I have something to show you if we can add to it, but you have to go get it.
All right, so we will go get it. But I just want to add on this part, too, that you gave me one of these, and now I know that it's called a war club rather than a hatchet, because the war club makes a lot more sense. Yeah. But no, it would have been tied also with a type of twine, like a leather.
Leather strips.
A leather strip, and that kind of dry rotted out.
Yeah.
But I found that the stick was super thin in comparison to the weight of the rock. Like, it wasn't a thick branch used. Well, it was solid, but
to look like they were supposed to.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm sure he didn't take them out and throw them at a deer.
Right.
Or,
So finding these stones, then he worked to make them look like they would have used by the Native Americans.
But he didn't do this on the stone. The stones are the way they are.
He found a stone like that.
I don't know what you call the heads. The heads were what they are, and he made a handle that was. Oh, there were Indians back then here still. Now, but by that time, all of the Indians the relatives were all blacks. So the people that you would look at would be black people, not Indian-looking people. But they still had their history, because their family history was their family history. So they talked to people who had known somebody 100 years before.
And passed the stories on.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll pause there, and then we'll go find what we were.
And in retrospect, the people who settled New Jersey treated the Indians that lived here very poorly.
Agreed.